Welcome to Module 5, Saving a Failing Project, Strategies and Techniques. In the previous modules, we've covered essential aspects of project management, including understanding the causes of project failure, enhancing stakeholder engagement, and implementing effective risk management. Now, we will focus on what happens when, despite your best efforts, a project begins to fail. This module is all about recovery, how to recognize the early warning signs of a failing project, conduct a thorough project health check, and implement strategies to bring the project back on track. By mastering these techniques, you can turn around even the most challenging projects and guide them to successful completion. In this module, we'll explore the key strategies and techniques for saving a failing project. We'll begin by discussing how to recognize the early warning signs that indicate a project is in trouble. Next, we'll walk through the process of conducting a project health check, which involves diagnosing the root causes of the project's challenges. From there, you'll learn how to develop and implement a recovery plan, focusing on scope realignment, resource optimization, and stakeholder re-engagement. Finally, we'll look at practical turnaround strategies and analyze a case study that demonstrates how these techniques can be applied in real-world scenarios. By the end of this module, you'll have the tools and knowledge needed to rescue a project that's on the brink of failure. The ability to recognize early warning signs of project failure is crucial for taking timely corrective action. These signs can manifest in various ways, including delays in key milestones, budget overruns, scope creep, and declining team morale. Often, these issues start small, but can quickly escalate if not addressed promptly. For example, missing a few initial deadlines may seem minor, but it can signal deeper problems with time management or resource allocation that, if left unchecked, could lead to significant delays and increased costs down the line. Stakeholder dissatisfaction is another critical warning sign. If stakeholders begin to express concerns about the project's progress or outcomes, it's a clear indicator that the project is not meeting their expectations. Ignoring these signs can result in a loss of stakeholder support, making it even more challenging to get the project back on track. By being vigilant and proactive, you can identify these early warning signs and take corrective measures before the project reaches a critical point of failure. In the following sections, we'll discuss how to diagnose these issues through a project health check and develop a plan to address them. Conducting a project health check is a vital step in diagnosing the problems that are causing a project to fail. This process involves a comprehensive review of the project's current status, including its objectives, scope, budget, timeline, and stakeholder satisfaction. The goal is to identify the root causes of the project's challenges and determine the most effective course of action to address them. During a project health check, you should engage with key stakeholders, team members, and project sponsors to gather their perspectives and insights on what's going wrong and why. A project health check typically involves several key components: gap analysis, performance reviews, and stakeholder interviews. Gap analysis helps you compare the current project status against the original plan, identifying areas where the project has deviated from its goals. Performance reviews allow you to assess the effectiveness of the project team, tools, and processes. Stakeholder interviews provide valuable insights into their expectations and concerns, helping you understand the impact of the project's challenges on their satisfaction. By systematically assessing these areas, you can identify the underlying issues that need to be addressed in your recovery plan. Once you've identified the root causes of the project's challenges through a health check, the next step is to develop a recovery plan. A well-structured recovery plan focuses on realigning the project with its original goals while addressing the issues that have caused it to go off track. One of the first steps in developing a recovery plan is to reassess the project scope. It's essential to clarify and, if necessary, narrow the scope to focus on the most critical deliverables. This may involve cutting non-essential tasks or features that are contributing to scope creep and straining resources. Resource optimization is another critical aspect of the recovery plan. This involves reallocating resources, such as time, budget, and personnel, to ensure that the most pressing issues are addressed effectively. It's also important to re-engage stakeholders, particularly if their support has waned due to the project's difficulties. Communicating the recovery plan clearly and securing their buy-in is crucial for gaining the resources and approvals needed to implement corrective actions. Finally, the recovery plan should include specific, actionable steps for addressing the identified issues, along with a timeline for implementation. By developing a comprehensive recovery plan, you can stabilize the project and set it back on a path to success. Implementing turnaround strategies is where the recovery plan is put into action. The first step in this process is to stabilize the project by re-establishing clear goals and improving team collaboration. It's essential to ensure that everyone on the project team understands the revised project scope, objectives, and timelines. Scope realignment is often necessary to refocus the project on its core deliverables and eliminate any tasks that are not essential to the project's success. This helps to reduce complexity and allows the team to concentrate their efforts on what matters most. Resource optimization is another critical component of the turnaround process. This may involve reallocating resources to areas of the project that are experiencing the most significant challenges or bringing in additional resources to address specific issues. Re-engaging stakeholders is also crucial during this phase. It's important to maintain open lines of communication with stakeholders, providing regular updates on the project's progress and any adjustments being made. By keeping stakeholders informed and involved, you can rebuild their trust and support, which is essential for the successful implementation of the turnaround strategies. Ultimately, the goal of these strategies is to stabilize the project, regain momentum, and guide it to a successful completion. Re-engaging stakeholders is a critical step in turning around a failing project. When a project encounters significant challenges, stakeholders may become disengaged or lose confidence in the project's ability to succeed. To rebuild their trust and secure their continued support, it's essential to communicate openly and transparently about the issues the project is facing and the steps being taken to address them. This involves providing clear, concise updates on the project's status, outlining the recovery plan, and explaining how it will get the project back on track. In addition to regular updates, involving stakeholders in key decision-making processes is a powerful way to re-engage them. When stakeholders feel that their input is valued and that they have a say in the project's direction, they are more likely to recommit to the project and contribute to its success. It's also important to address any concerns or objections stakeholders may have, as these can be barriers to their full support. By actively listening to stakeholders and responding to their feedback, you can strengthen your relationship with them and ensure that they remain invested in the project's success. Now that we've explored the strategies and techniques for saving a failing project, it's time to put these concepts into practice. Please refer to your student guide for the activities associated with this module. These exercises are designed to help you apply the strategies we've discussed, including identifying early warning signs of project failure, conducting a project health check, and developing a recovery plan. The activities should take approximately 10 to 15 minutes to complete and will provide you with hands-on experience in turning around a project that's at risk of failure. Engaging with these activities will help solidify your understanding of the recovery process and prepare you to apply these techniques in real-world scenarios. Let's conclude our discussion with a case study that illustrates the principles of project recovery in action. This case study focuses on the Retail Pro software implementation project, which encountered significant challenges due to underestimated complexity and inadequate stakeholder engagement. The project faced delays, budget overruns, and resistance from end users, leading to concerns that it might not be completed successfully. However, by implementing a comprehensive recovery plan that included scope realignment, resource reallocation, and stakeholder re-engagement, the project team was able to stabilize the project and ultimately deliver a successful outcome. This case study highlights the importance of early detection of issues, thorough analysis of the root causes, and the implementation of targeted recovery strategies. For a more detailed analysis and to explore the key takeaways from this case study, please refer to the student guide. The guide also includes an answer key to help you assess your understanding of the key concepts discussed. By reviewing this case study, you'll gain valuable insights into how effective recovery strategies can save a failing project and ensure its successful completion. Implementing turnaround strategies, including scope realignment, resource optimization, and stakeholder re-engagement, is essential for stabilizing the project and getting it back on track. These strategies help to refocus the project on its core objectives and ensure that resources are used effectively to address the most pressing issues. Re-engaging stakeholders through transparent communication and involving them in key decisions is also vital for rebuilding trust and securing their support, which is often critical for the project's recovery. Finally, applying the lessons learned from real-world examples, such as the Retail Pro software implementation case study, reinforces the importance of a proactive and systematic approach to project recovery. To reinforce your understanding, please complete the activities found in your student guide. These exercises are designed to take 5 to 10 minutes and will help you practice the strategies and techniques for saving a failing project. By engaging with these activities, you'll be better prepared to handle challenging situations in your future projects, ensuring they are brought to successful completion.